Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I am back with another decor video. So if you want to see how I changed my powder room to go from this to this, then keep on watching. This is kind of what I'm starting with. This is the before. I already took off the toilet paper holder that was up here. So I'm gonna unscrew the other one and then we're gonna get to paneling and maybe painting today. So this is my inspiration picture. And let's see what we can do. One thing is, this is going to be an issue. So my toilet is just super close to the back wall. I don't know if you could tell, but I can't even get the panel board behind there. So I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. I bought a jigsaw to try to like cut, you know, a shape around, but it's gonna be an issue. All right, well, we're just gonna try our best, okay? So I wanted to start this project by first doing the beadboard paneling. So I just took my nailer and nailed in one part of the beadboard. For any other parts that, you know, I had gaps, I just took my jigsaw and cut more of the paneling so that it could be true to the size that I needed. I am not a pro by any means, and this is my first time even using a jigsaw, but it came in handy for the most part. I did make some mistakes, but I was glad that I had something to quickly cut everything to size.
And check out the boots.
Yes, make sure that you wear closed-toed shoes when you're doing projects like this. Honestly, you probably shouldn't have your skin out like this, any type of flesh, because you can chop it off with the jigsaw. For this specific panel, I needed to make sure that I drilled 2 holes so that I can screw back in my toilet paper holders. So when I placed it where I wanted it, I just nailed it with my nailer and then screwed back on the toilet paper holders. That way I can move on to the next step of adding on the chair rail.
Yes, ma'am.
Period.
Go, Lexi.
Hey. Is it uneven?
It's beautiful.
It's uneven.
No, not to me.
So why did you didn't say yes or no? You said it's beautiful. So by this point, it's looking crazy right now. We had one side up. I was going to caulk that space that you see, that crack where they met. So no worries there. But next, I just added on the chair rail and nailed it in just like I did everything else. This tool was like my go-to. So now it came time to caulk, and caulk gets so messy. As you can see, it's like spilling everywhere on the floor. So yeah, it's super messy, but really easy to use, I would say. I use this on a lot of my projects, so I'll list every tool or material that I used in the description below. But yeah, I just add the caulk where there are any cracks where the panels or the chair rails meet and smooth it out with my fingers.
Y'all, this thing, I'm never doing this again.
It was just a little bit too complicated with the small space that I had. Maybe it would be easier, you know, if I was in a bigger space, but given, you know, I couldn't move the toilet or anything, it was a bit of a challenge. So caulked everything and going to paint tomorrow, where everything is going to be that trim color. So it should be a nice seamless experience. But yeah, it's looking a lot better than it did before already. For the other panel, I had to cut out a little square from the corner so that it would fit properly under the chair rail from the other side of the wall. It fit perfectly, so we were good to go to start nailing it in. Then just followed the same steps of adding the chair rail and closing in any gaps with either caulk, or I went back a few days later and put some drywall, like putty. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, so I was just trying to make it look the best way that I could. But if you guys have any ideas on the best way to fill cracks and stuff like this, drop it in the comments below. But I would say it did a pretty good job of camouflaging how big the crack initially was. So I'm literally sweating, super hot, but I got a lot done. I've learned a few things so far, is that I probably won't do this beadboarding by myself ever again. What I'm gonna do now is start painting. I'm not gonna be able to paint the panels yet because I need the caulk to dry. So I'm gonna start taping up everything else to get wall painting done. And then maybe add more caulk where I need to, and maybe tomorrow touch up the paint here. So yeah, this is probably one of the hardest ones. Which is crazy, because I thought it would be one of the easiest. Alright, so I have everything taped up, and I'm going to start with this center wall first. So let's see if it looks good. For the middle wall, I got the color Incredible White. It's supposed to look a little gray, so hopefully it does. Let's see. This is a Valspar one. They didn't have the Sherwin Williams version, so that is the color to go in the middle. It does have a little gray tint, so I'm gonna swatch it on the wall and see how it looks in comparison to that white. Okay, so yeah, that's good. It's like a light, it's definitely white, but it has a gray like tint to it, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I finished painting that wall, and when I finished the center, I wanted to see what my sidewall colors would look. So I had this Agreeable gray from Sherwin Williams, and it kind of looked the exact same, but I think it gave enough contrast where it was kind of neutral and subtle, so we're good to go. All right guys, so it is now day 3 of working on the powder room. This is what we are starting with today. So I just basically need to finish painting all of the other walls, the Agreeable gray color, and then painting the boards and trim all the same white color. So yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping to get everything done today because I don't want to work on this anymore, but we'll just see. The little words that are supposed to go here are supposed to be delivered today, hopefully in a few minutes, honestly. But yeah, today should be kind of the easier part because I already taped everything down and we just need to paint. So let's get to it. Literally, you guys, I just said I hope it's delivered in a few minutes, and it just was delivered. So I got these little words from Hogard, and this is my unboxing. Also, you guys, Hogard, if that's how it's pronounced, that's exactly where I got the inspiration for this entire idea, because this was on their website. So check them out. And yeah, it's literally command strips on the back, so that's good to know. So they're just taped to these things, but basically, please seat yourself, darling. Okay guys, so this is the updated look so far. It looks like how I planned out with not putting the bead board on this side just because I can't fit it behind the toilet at all. So yeah, I got my accent wall that's gonna be here, and then everything else is the Agreeable gray color. Some of this is still drying, so that's how it looks patchy, but looking good. So all of the painting is done on the walls. Now we just need to paint the chair rail, beadboard, and the trim. So I'm gonna take off this toilet paper holder again, and we're just going to paint all of that. I originally started using the roller, but it wasn't working as good, so I switched over to just a hand paintbrush, and it did the job. Now moving on to decorating. So like I said, these little words had command strips on the back, so all you have to do is peel off the little stickies and then place them on the wall. I just lightly placed them on the wall to get an idea of where I wanted it, and then I pressed them down later. Honestly, this is a key piece that makes the entire bathroom, so I'm so glad it looked good. Next, I just started to drill in the pre-drilled holes to put up the shelf that I got from Lowe's. It's just a regular like shelf and it was about $16. So I leveled it up to make sure that it would be straight, and then put the other side up. Okay, so got the powder room sign up and popping. And then I just drew this little small minimalistic art piece that I found online. I just copied it, and I'm going to put it in this frame to see how it looks behind there. So I got this basket from Hobby Lobby as well, and I'm just going to make a little sign that says hand towels. Alright guys, so this is the final product and I absolutely love it. I feel like it came out exactly how I planned and exactly how I want it. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for Hogard, I think that's how you pronounce it, for these Please Seat Yourself. I mean, they didn't give it to me, I paid for it. But that's where I got this entire inspiration. As soon as I saw that picture, it was served to me on Instagram. I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. And I copied it exactly. I feel like this is my favorite room of the house. This tiny, I don't even know how many square feet this is, but this tiny space took so much effort. And it was the hardest one. And I think it came out perfect. I feel like it looks like a staged bathroom for a model home. And I love it. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it. And until next time, I will see you guys later.